I'm at eduNEXT, and we're always pushing for like extensibility stuff, and we're always pushing for things that would make the life of our customers better. And our customers tend to be administrators, not administrators of OpenEDX instances, not the direct learners. So let's see. We have a problem with that, and that OpenEDX administrators struggle with some tasks. Like initial setup is one of them, and it was made better by the tutor launch command, but it's still imperfect. And configuration, it's an ongoing task that lasts forever. Like all the time that you have this installed, you will be configuring stuff. And day-to-day operations are happening every day. And we have different platforms, so we have LMS and Studio, but for admins, we only tell them like, yeah, this was never implemented because of edX was working differently, which is very sad. And this is difficult to use because we have these many very advanced interfaces. So we have 7 different ways of configuring a setting, and we have the Django commands, which you need to run from the server, from inside the server. But if you're anything like me as a technical person, whenever I install something, I always go to like the configuration page and I try to figure it out, like how that works. So that's the problem. Now let's see. The obvious solution is that people like me in a company such as mine will go and build the thing. And we did. And it looks like that. And that's awesome. But it's incomplete. It only works for our customers, and it only works for the subset of things that we decided to fix, that were like the kinds of things that our customers needed on setup. It's incomplete. We are replicating a lot of work, and even though we've been in this community for 12 years, we haven't been able to bring this back to the community, which is a shame, but it's also a technical challenge. So the real challenge is how we build the tool in collaboration, how we make the community design what is an administrative console that is built for and by the community. And then a few conferences ago, it was mentioned these archetypes of open source projects. And from that, I got like, we used to be in this rocket ship to Mars mode where edX had a clear understanding of where we were going, and everyone else just follow along for the ride. And now we are an open, wide community that has open governance, and we need to figure this out ourselves. No one's going to tell us how to do it. So we started on this, and we made some proposals, and then we realized that as we were doing those, we needed to learn from the projects that have been successful in the past. And the question was, how can we align the efforts from all the groups that will be working here, universities, governments, other providers, and whatnot, to figure this out. So first one is lean on the open close principle. Whatever we build, we need to make it open for extensibility. And whatever we put as the architecture of it must enable community contribution. No one should be at the place where it says like, this feature, I don't want it, so you can't build it. Everything should be extendable, and the architecture must enable that. And you need to have like, you need to keep the receipts. So everything that we're doing in the open needs to have like good documentation, but also documented discussion of how we got there. It can't be a single entity. It can't be us. Like, don't expect me to come bring it to you like for the next conference. You need to participate as well. And we need to start talking about that early, which is what this lightning talk is about. Also, we want to experiment. So putting those lessons in action, what we have is we're starting a project to design this console. We have some initial Axim funding, so we are having from bottom to like from down up. We are having some public design spikes right now. We are writing what we think that works and what we think it doesn't, and designing this out in the open. with an architecture that lets us have a small core and then a set of extensions, which we are putting into work by working with the existing community projects. So that's the part where we wrote about this very early, but we are connecting with all projects. Specifically, we're connecting with Airbag. So we expect that we can have some proof of concept of how this might work that comes along with the role-based access control project. And this is happening in collaboration with at least Schema Education, Aulas Neo, and us. But we need you. So we need you to bring the requirements to that conversation. That's happening in that link right there. And if you get the slides, which will be linked with the conference, all those links are in there. And we need you to bring that those requirements like at different levels. Just read them and say if this sort of works for you, just give us a thumbs up. But if you have proposals, if you want to see something specific in there, bring it in. And for developers, which many of you in this space are, we want you to add admin extensions to your code and try the extensions that the extension space that we will be building. We want you to try it out and let us know what works, so that by the time this is bundled with the rest of the platform, we actually know that plugin builders and MFE builders and UI slot builders can configure their stuff in this console. Yeah, that's all.